About the cemetery. It was established here in the 1850s on land that was part of a Mexican land grant. We don't know exactly when, but it was donated for use as a cemetery by a pioneer and land grant recipient, John B. Watson, just prior to his sale of the remaining portion of the land to August Hemme. This valley's human history began about 5,000 years ago when the Miwoks and the Tatkins lived here until Spanish explorers came in 1769. They arrived in Danville in 1772. From their diaries, we know the Spaniards camped on the banks of the San Ramon Creek as they were establishing missions throughout the state. Today, you'll see, among many others, the gravestone of the first recorded burial here, that of Callie Chrisman in 1856. She unfortunately was quite young. However, there was at least one earlier burial, that of a guy named Thomas Monroe, who died while traveling here in a survey party in 1838. Problem is, nobody knows exactly where he's buried. This is a fairly quiet part of Danville and Alamo. In the 1850s, though, it was very active. Mary Ann Jones, one of the area's outstanding pioneers, whose grave you'll see on the tour, was one of the organizers who wrote, "People came from every place in reach." Another pioneer, James Smith, recalled that the meetings were full of religious fervor and included 3 daily services, 4 or 5 preachers, and baptisms in the valley's swimming hole on San Ramon Creek. We think that swimming hole is located just across the creek from here. Kids and sometimes adults today still go down to that swimming hole, and
my sisters and I used to swim in that hole.
Wow.
During all of this was happening, there was another thing happening, and that was called the Civil War. The residents, because of the schools, the churches, the cemetery, and the Danville Grange, helped keep people together so that they got through the Civil War without declaring war on each other. We're going to stop at various grave sites for a quick history of some individuals and families buried here. In some cases presented by dedicated volunteers who tell the stories of the pioneers buried here. We give a special thanks to those volunteers: Kim Crow, Gail Kammerer, Lucy and Gary Diatley, Carmen Curtis, and Ed Engel, whose presence and presentations add so much to the flavor of this whole thing. We also want to thank Marilyn's sister Susan for helping pass out brochures and collecting donations which do go directly to the museum.